Good evening. Good evening. How y'all doing? Bob from OddsJam, Mike from OddsJam, Justin from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, happy Tariff Day to you. Anyway, we're brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. Don't forget, in the link of the description below, we got BetMGM, Fanatics links, good stuff, great books. Get in there now, man. Good stuff. And let's see what else we got going on. Oh, you know what? We'll probably put a parlay together today, and who knows what else we'll do before we're done here this evening. All right. Mike, you're shaking your head. You didn't like that little comment I made? I thought it was kind of funny, wasn't it?
I have no interest in politics, so you know.
It's not politics. It's kind of what's happening. Here's the problem I got with what's going on there. What's up, Tristan? You guys are gonna put the hammer to Jack Daniels. And that's not a good thing, guys. Leave my Jack Daniels alone.
Oh yeah, it will. It will, because a lot of it comes from Canada, and our premier is a soy boy, so he's not gonna help you there. I'll just tell you that.
All right. Well, thanks.
I mean, absolutely, I get it. Yeah.
All right, let's see. What kind of news we got going on? Oh, yeah, that's right. Since last we were here, Kyrie Irving towards ACL and is now out for the season.
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, Dallas is dead. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and that's Tristan's boy there, too, Kyrie.
Why is he his boy?
He just likes Kyrie.
Oh, okay. I thought he was more of a Homer type fan, but okay.
We're just telling you, dude. Well,
I feel like there's a reason there with Tristan. Why do you like Kyrie so much? I'm curious. Hey, go ahead.
I don't know. Somehow, some way, he does.
He fell in love. Yeah, for some reason he fell in love with. Well, there you go. Evidently, he makes me money. There you go. I mean, that's a good reason.
Is his good luck charm? Okay.
Fair enough. Respects the bread, doesn't he, Tristan?
He was having a heck of a year in regards to his percentage. And free throw percentage was like 91%. Did I read where he was shooting like 50 to 60% from three?
Well, that's because of volume. I mean, yeah, we always knew he's a prolific scorer, but the volume is through the roof now. It's at an all-time high for Kyrie Irving. So, of course, the stats are going to be through the roof.
Well, they'll have to wait till next year for the AD and Kyrie experiment. That's going to be not looking good for Dallas. Not looking good. Meanwhile, the Lakers look fantastic, and I mean fantastic. They're getting guys. Jackson Hayes, 19 points, 10 rebounds. We said they need a center. Well, they got a center evidently because you have LeBron James and Luka on the floor together. And they're just going to make other guys better. Both and you combine the two of them. What can they play together? Well, 34, 8, and 6 for LeBron, Luka 38 and 15. That's their stat line. You don't get more playing well together than that. I mean, they look outstanding. They look outstanding. They look good. Look like they're having fun. I think LeBron likes Luka a lot. Obviously, Luka looks up to LeBron a ton, likes him a lot. So, now that they're getting acclimated together, I mean, it's going to be tough to stop. Going to be tough to stop this team. I mean, and remember, they're doing this without Austin Reeves. And you got to give Dalton Knecht some credit. Dalton Knecht has pitched in pretty good for him, man. 19 points, I think he had the other night. Last night, I think he had 13 points. Game before that against the Clippers, I thought he had 19. I could be wrong. Nope, he did 19. So, I mean, things are just looking really, really good for the Lakers right now, man.
Yeah, and Hachimura was out, I think, too.
And and Hachimura is out. So, I mean, they're just going to continue to get better too. That's the thing. And I get it. They played New Orleans last night. Sorry, Tristan, your Pelicans are not so hot.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, they're getting the job done. They're winning games. And that's what matters right now. You can't control who's on your schedule right now. You got to play them still, It's not like they're picking their opponents. I mean, you play who's on your schedule. They got a stretch here. They'll get in the Knicks. They'll play at Boston. It'll be a good one. They'll have the Nuggets coming up again a couple of times this month, and we'll see what happens.
Indeed. Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
All right.
See.
Have we talked since Debo went to the Commanders?
No, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, that was an absolute steal, in my opinion, from the Commanders. Everybody's talking about Debo's going downhill, and yeah, he might not be as good as he was in his third year, I wouldn't say, but this could be exactly what he needs, just a new team. We see a lot of these receivers switching teams, and they're doing outstanding. So Debo, the upside there for the Commanders is huge.
Oh my goodness!
Huge.
I mean, what can they do with him? It could be amazing. Could be an amazing offense.
Yeah, well, don't run him as much as the 49ers did. I mean, sometimes is okay, but yeah, I didn't really like the 49ers using him as a wide back. I thought that was kind of silly, to be honest.
I don't know. It was pretty effective at times.
Well, it was effective in the third year when he had his career year, but I don't know. There was really no point after that, in my opinion, at least.
Okay. All right. I'll buy that.
And DK Metcalf must be traded.
And by the way, number one destination for your boy Rodgers right now, everybody's talking Giants. It's true. I'm not saying this to give you crap. I'm telling you that is the number one destination for him right now.
I'd rather him retire than go to the Jets or the Giants. I mean.
Well,
yeah, it's not going to do him any good in terms of winning and having a crack at any Super Bowl. Because I'm not sure he's got anything left after this season anyway. So maybe he has one more year in him after this. I doubt it, but it's not looking like Aaron Rodgers is going to end on a high note here to end his career.
I want him to go either the Steelers or the Vikings. I don't like anywhere else. No, I feel like those are the only two ideal situations.
I just don't think if you're the Vikings, I don't think you got any use for him, man. You got McCarthy who's going to be back. You drafted him. Darnold for what it was. I mean, you were winning games. Darnold the last playoffs, the last game of the regular season against Detroit definitely was rough, but I mean. Yeah, if I'm Minnesota, I don't even know. I don't think I even want to take a chance on that. The Steelers, yeah, maybe so. But if I'm Minnesota, most of the year their problem wasn't for lack of a quarterback. I mean, Darnold did have an outstanding season for what it was. Yeah, he didn't come up big in the big games, but neither did how many other guys did. Lamar Jackson didn't come up big. Josh Allen didn't come up big. I mean, nobody was coming up big in the big games other than, Jalen Hurts and Mahomes that got to the Super Bowl. So, I don't think if I'm Minnesota, I won't even entertain that.
I think a reason why they might entertain it is because JJ McCarthy might miss most of next season again. And I mean, I know the quarterback room is pretty packed, but I don't know. If I was the Vikings, I would. But then again, who am I? So.
Yeah. I think you're holding out hope because that would be his best opportunity to win. And the thing is, though, if you go to Minnesota and you can't get the job done. I mean, I'm not saying he has to win a Super Bowl, but if they don't, I mean, if they end up not being as good of a team, I mean, that's just not good on Rodgers to end his career. They got weapons. There's no excuse. If you go to Minnesota, there's no excuse not to win. I mean, Donald was winning.
Oh yeah, if he goes to the Vikings, and you don't make the playoffs, that's worse.
Well, even making the playoffs, you got to get a playoff win, because if not, what was the point? I mean, you could have done that with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold got you to the playoffs.
JJ McCarthy's outlook, guys, the outlook for McCarthy is that he's going to be ready to roll for OTAs in May.
Well, I heard though that because he has to have surgery on his leg, and he could play on it if he wants to, but he may option to have surgery now, which would put him out for the year.
Don't see that at all. They completely repaired his meniscus, like a complete meniscus.
Well,
They said he did a minor surgical procedure, but he remains on. He's on time. A minor non-surgical procedure recently, as he works his way back from a torn meniscus. They didn't really say any details, but it does sound like it's going to be any big deal.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so he's on. I mean, his progress is good, and he's on track to be ready for OTAs in May.
Well, either way, the Vikings, they got a problem on their hand with their quarterback. This kind of seems like a 2017 Eagles lighter version situation. Like, what do you go with, the guy that's winning right now or the future better prospect quarterback? It's a weird situation there in Minnesota. And I forgot about Daniel Jones. Is Daniel Jones still there?
He was.
Is he not there anymore?
He might still. I mean, I would say he's probably still there.
I don't know why they bothered getting him.
But I don't think he'll be there. I think he's going to go.
Yeah, he's got to.
Yeah, I think he's going somewhere else.
All right, we're in deep trouble. Tristan is trying to get into golf betting, and it's not an easy thing to do. But who do I like as outrights in the Arnold Palmer Invitational? Scotty, Rory, JT, and Sunjay M. Those are my 4 outrights.
Okay. That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, it starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, see what happens. All right, you know what? Let's put a little parlay together here. By the way, I know I put multiple legs in the other day, and I'm going to continue to do that because
your Toronto Maple Leafs won blue.
The only one that didn't hit, but got to remember, I hit a 9-leg parlay over the weekend.
I know. Okay. You can ride that. You can only ride that for so long, buddy.
Last night, 9-leg parlay, hit 8 of the 9. And like a dumbass, I didn't cash that out. I don't know why I didn't cash that out.
You hit how many? 8 of the 9 last night?
Yeah. Got Rory, Xander, and Collins. Yeah. Okay. I got you, bro. I don't know how much you know about them golfers, but okay. Those are all the favorites. You got to pick you one that's like a plus 4,000, something like that too. I'll teach you how to bet golf, man.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have like just a bunch of well, not like 10 outrights in one, but maybe like 5.
Well, you gotta have some top 10s and top 20s, and that, that's how you bet golf.
Yeah. And also first round. I like that market too if you have it.
Right. Yeah, if it's available. Okay. I am going to start this off here, and no, I'm not going to pick the Maple Leafs, and no, I'm not going to pick my Blues. Okay. So we'll get that straight right off the bat. I'm going to the Caps and the Rangers. And as time has gone on here today, this line has changed quite a bit. It was heavily favored for the Capitals earlier in the day, but it's pretty even. I'm taking the Rangers at home.
Okay.
That's one play that I do like. Also, I do like Missouri plays Oklahoma. And I want to go to a total here. Mike, you may knock me down here, but I like the over 159.5 in this game. With the way Missouri's been scoring, I think this is very attainable. What do you think?
Probably so. I mean, that first matchup, the problem is how much will Oklahoma help out, because Missouri beat them the first game 82-58, and 82 points is, if it's similar to that score again, then I mean, obviously, we're in trouble. So we got to hope that Oklahoma makes this competitive enough to where Missouri's not just absolutely beating the snot out of them by 20 at halftime again.
It is Oklahoma at home, so
it is at home. But I mean, Oklahoma's not really been super impressive to me. They've got a couple of wins that were, they got Vanderbilt when Vanderbilt was ranked. They did beat Mississippi State, but outside of that, they haven't really had any super impressive wins. But I'll roll with it.
Okay. All right.
What's up, Mason? And we got Brandon Freeman. I've got a 10-leg NBA and NHL money line parlay.
Go for it, bro.
Celtics, Wizards, Hornets, Bucks, Nuggets, Thunder, Clippers, Senators, and Ducks. Taking the Ducks on the money line tonight, which I like as well.
Yes, I do too.
That's going to be my pick for this parlay. I like Anaheim at those nice plus odds here against Vancouver, even though Vancouver is at home. I'm going to ride it.
I like the Bucks on that. That's a pretty good one too.
Yep.
All right, hang on a second.
Tell you what, the Thunder are just absolutely on a tear again.
Yeah, they got
money line. And did you say Bucks?
Yeah, actually, that's what I was going to go with. I'm going to take the Bucks on the spread, though. But
okay,
I think the money line for the Bucks, that's good for a parlay. No question.
But Bucks on the spread is the play, because Dallas probably gets their asses kicked. What do you think?
Yes, definitely.
All right.
I don't like these spreads, but with the Mavericks and everybody out, I like it.
All right. Plus 17.97. I'll take that. Rangers money line over 159.5 points. Missouri and Oklahoma. Ducks money line. Bucks minus 11. That's a Stevie B parlay for Wednesday night. It's Wednesday winners, folks. That's what we try to do on Wednesday. Actually, every day we try to hit winners. Every day.
Yeah, why would we not?
Exactly.
Unless your name is Trent, then.
Now, see, I never say anything bad about anybody. Why would you do that now?
Well, he does though. He donates money though.
I've got on a 9-leg parlay tonight: Xavier, Farley Dickinson, UCF, Cincinnati, George Washington, Alabama, Michigan, Providence, and Georgia Southern. That is a 9-leg college basketball money line parlay. I put $5 on it. Win like 130 if it hits. So
Okay.
I'm going after him.
I like Alabama tonight. I think Alabama bounces back after that tough loss against Tennessee, buzzer beater. They're at home. Florida's good. Florida's really good. No doubt about it. But I think Alabama gets back at home here against Florida. And again, this is the only time these two teams have played. No revenge factor here. So just take Alabama at home. I think they probably cover that spread.
Buzzer beater from the logo.
Yeah, that was from the logo.
How they lost was a buzzer beater.
Yeah, from the logo. Yeah. Rob's Vols.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I bet he was happy about that, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he was loving that, man. I'm sure he was loving that.
Yeah.
That was one Alabama really could have. That would have been a nice one for Alabama to have on the road because, I mean, Tennessee was favored to win that game, being at home. So that's one Alabama really would have liked to have, I think. And their last two games, I mean, you see it. They got number 5 ranked Florida, and they got to play number 1 Auburn at the end of the year. So if you're Alabama, you don't want to end the regular season on any kind of a skid.
Nice.
So this is the one.
A quick question. How many days away are we from the baseball season?
The regular season?
Yeah.
The regular season, the Cubs and the Dodgers play to start the regular season. And then we got spring training again. But the first game of the regular season is March 18th and 19th. And that's in Japan, right? Dodgers, Cubs, 2-game series. And then we're back to spring training baseball for, about 4 or 5 days. And then the regular season, I think, kicks off the 27th is when every team's gonna play their first, most of them at least, play their first regular season games.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this Nerfy challenge up and running. I think we're going to do well this year.
We're close. We're about, 20 plus days away from the regular season really kicking off where every team's going to be playing. But we'll get those first 2 games with the Dodgers and Cubs in Japan. That'll be interesting, but I never really have huge interest in that because it's always weird. You've got 2 regular season games to start, and then we're going to go back and play spring training baseball for 5 or 6 games. Then we're going to go play the regular season again, At least for the Cubs and Dodgers, that'll be the case. Not every team, but they always do that in baseball. They got that first game, is always in the middle of spring training, and they're going to break away from spring training.
They just started that the last few years. It's
I
not
know.
like,
I don't really care. I don't know. It doesn't really intrigue me at all because it just confuses you because you got a regular season game and then another one and then back to spring training for a week.
Yeah, and it isn't even American hours, I don't think.
Bob, I just sprinkled Victor Hovland plus 5,000 for a long shoot.
A
Long shot.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I just have to say it like it.
We'll start correcting your grammar errors, Bob.
You're not going to be able to do that very often.
Bull crap.
Oh, my goodness.
Bull crap, man.
Dude, are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
I could say DeChambeau, okay? I know I know how to say Yvonne Cornwallis.
Okay.
And if you saw Yvonne Cornwallis's name, you'd have it all screwed up.
Well, but you're old school, though. You don't really type much. You're not a keyboard warrior.
That is amen, brother man. You are absolutely right. I am not a keyboard warrior. I do not hide behind a keyboard. I'll tell you what I think right to your face. I ain't got a problem with that.
Great, Bob. Congratulations.
That's
no,
the
I mean, shouldn't you just be that way, man? Shouldn't you be real? Shouldn't you be a real human being and not fake? I mean,
ideally, yeah, but nowadays it's turning the other direction.
Yeah, I know. See, that's a problem. So I don't know if I can adjust to that.
You got Georgia Southern already started, it looks like, huh?
Yeah, let's go, Georgia Southern, baby!
They're up 6.
They're going to whip ass tonight.
What a game to be picking, man.
I know. That's
crap. They're going, shoot. They're going on a run now, old Southern Miss.
Well, I just got to say, I've said it 100 times already, but, now that DK Metcalf is requesting a trade, Chargers, you better be on the phone lines. You better be on the goddamn phone lines.
I mean, yeah, but do we is he really going to make that much of a difference for us? Honestly, I mean, yeah, it certainly would be nice to have the weapon, but I mean, DK Metcalf, we're not getting DK Metcalf from, a few seasons ago where he's one of the best receivers going, arguably.
Well, yeah, I mean, he hasn't matched his second year when he broke the hell out, but I think it would be like a light A.J. Brown type of thing when he went to the Eagles.
Yeah, but A.J. Brown was crushing it still with Tennessee when they traded him, whereas DK's kind of not been the same, it feels like. When A.J. Brown was traded, I mean, he was feasting in Tennessee and one of the best receivers going at the time,
Well, he was, but in his last year with the Titans, he was struggling a little bit. But, I don't know. I guess the point is that Chargers got to get one of these guys.
Well, they do got to get somebody, and I wouldn't be opposed to getting DK Metcalf. I'm not saying that I don't think they should trade for him. I don't know that is enough, though, is my problem. I think if you get DK, I feel like we should at least look at adding another receiver along with DK. And it doesn't have to be a top guy, obviously, but it's got to be somebody that can, catch the football, unlike Quentin Johnston, who.
Well, here's a question. Who would you rather have, DK Metcalf or T. Higgins?
DK.
Probably DK because DK has been a number one, whereas T. Higgins has never been in a situation where he's the guy. DK Metcalf has been in a situation where he is the guy. So DK's been a number one receiver on a football team for several years, since he's come into the league. So yeah, I would probably lean DK and just for that reasoning, because I think you can't look at it like, well, what do you mean? T. Higgins, look at the number. Yeah, but he's that's with Jamar Chase with him. Put T. Higgins on a team with no Jamar Chase, and he's the number one receiver. Every number one corner's on him. I think he's still a good receiver, but DK's already accustomed to that,
Like them both. Like Rangers and Senators tonight, Daryl Turner. Good to see you, my friend.
What's up?
Yeah, Daryl, your question about the Blues tonight, I don't really know how much. I mean, they just played the Kings a couple of games ago, and then they're going to play them again tonight, and then they're going to turn around, like you said, and play them again Saturday. I don't know. I don't know who I lean towards here, man. And it's at LA, I'm not sure I trust the Blues to get the job done tonight. And the Kings just lost to the Blues. They lost 4-1 to the Blues and then 5-1 to the Blackhawks. If the King, this has got to be a get right spot for the Kings, I think. And they've got Kemper in net tonight. So Kemper's in net, whereas the other night he wasn't in net. So I think I'd lean towards the Kings tonight. And if I were going to take a crack at the Blues, I think I'd take a crack at them maybe Saturday. If they're going to get one of these.
They're getting them both.
Oh, my God, of course. Coming from a Blues fan, they're getting them both. They're getting them all. They're going to win every game. They're going to just, yeah.
They're getting them both.
They were supposed to beat Dallas the other night, you said, and we saw how that went.
You know what? Hey, come on, dude. 4 power play goals. If you watch the whole game, they outplayed Dallas that whole game except for the power play.
Yeah.
So when they could go into Dallas and play like that, then they can go into friggin' LA. LA ain't no friggin' hockey town. They can go there and they can whip some ass. And get the fuck out of here. Come on. You know that, Mike.
I do not think the Blues are winning both of these games against the Kings. I disagree.
Thank you, Brandon. Yeah.
Leaning Blues. I mean, that's fine. Look, it's plus odds. You can't go wrong with plus odds.
I've come to a conclusion.
They may get it done. They may get it done tonight. But then they got to turn around, like you said, though. They got to, and when they play the Kings Saturday, Bob, they're going to be coming off of that'll be the second game of a back-to-back. They're playing Anaheim Friday and then LA again Saturday. They're not beating LA twice. I don't believe it.
Benner, and Hofer. That's what they're going to go with. We're ready.
Okay.
We're ready.
I mean, I'm staying away myself from
the only thing I could tell you is I had a guy follow me on Twitter today. His name is Holy Holloway, and he's a Blues guy, meaning that Dylan Holloway is his man. You say that to him. He's got a lot of friends too, all right?
All right.
Holy Holloway.
All right.
I like it, man. I'm interacting with my public. That's part of my public there. Okay. I got a lot of Blues fans out there on my that are following me. So I got to talk a little bit about them. I'm worried about the trade deadline, honestly. And speaking of which, Oliver Bjorkstrand and who was the other one that went to Tampa Bay? Yanni Gord. Tampa Bay just got them today, as a matter of fact. I don't know what they gave up. Yeah, Bjorkstrand and Yanni Gord for a 5th-round pick from Seattle. Also, Tampa Bay sends Michael Esamont, a 1st-round pick in 2026 and a 1st-round pick in 2027, and Toronto's 2nd pick in 2025. The pretty big trade. I think the Lightning have kind of flown under the radar a little bit this year. And, Bjorkstrand, 16 goals, 37 points in 61 games. But he's one of those guys that, he's a playoff kind of guy. He's one of those playoff kind of guys. So, Bjorkstrand, I like Yanni Gord, another playoff. He's returning to Tampa. He's won a cup there before. We already know what he can do in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So I think it's a good trade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because they're outshined by the real hockey. Tampa is mid. Okay.
Nice.
What's that mean, guys? That they're mid?
It means like they're average. They're very lukewarm kind of thing.
Oh, okay. I'd probably beg to differ with that, but you know what? To each his own. You're in trouble, Tristan, anyway, because you ain't going to have no Matthew Tkachuk for quite a while, if at all, this year. So
yeah,
that won't be good.
No, that won't be good at all. Don't get cocky there. And Seth Jones ain't going to win you a cup. Tampa Bay is not mid. They're 3 points behind Toronto and Florida in the Atlantic Division. So, and they've scored more goals than Florida and given up less. They've scored 12 more goals than Florida. And here's what I got to say, Tristan. Let's make a little bet on the side. If Tampa Bay and Florida play in the playoffs, I'm taking Tampa Bay and knocking your Panthers out, baby.
I don't know. I don't know there. I mean, I don't think Florida's winning back-to-back cups. It's hard to win back-to-back cups. Now, Tampa Bay did it, though. Did they not just do it recently? And they had back-to-back cup win. I know one of them was the COVID year, but
right.
They did have back-to-back cups. Last team to do that, and back-to-back cups don't happen a lot. I mean, they happen.
They just picked up two players that are really going to help their team. One of them has won 3 Stanley Cups with them. Look out! You better back off. Seth Jones ain't going to do it for you. He's not going to get you to the promised land. You've lost Matthew Tkachuk. You're done. We'll make a play. We'll make a bet. I don't know, $50. Whatever. You can Venmo me.
Yeah, trying to take your freaking viewers' money, Bob. That's just sad.
Tristan is
he's a viewer. He's a viewer. That is horrible.
Okay, well, whatever.
You show some respect. He's a viewer right now. I don't care. Trying to take his money, man.
I'm challenging him. I'm tired of hearing about.
I mean, well, why bet Tristan $50?
They throw
bet the damn thing. Go bet the damn thing on a.
They throw rubber rats on the ice like it's a tradition. Okay, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And Scott Mellenby's the guy who started that.
Well, didn't it used to be real rats at one point, or was that?
It was a real octopus.
Oh, right.
Yeah, in Detroit, right.
Yeah, in Detroit
Tampa is like the Wizards.
Now, Tristan, they've won 2 Stanley Cups.
When did the Wizards, they're decent?
I can't even remember the last time the Wizards were. It's like John Beal.
They've won
John Wall.
The Tampa Bay Lightning have won 3 Stanley Cups in their existence: 2004, 2020, and 2021. Come on, Tristan. The Wizards. That's not even close to being comparable. The Panthers are more like the Wizards than the freaking Lightning are. The Panthers had some bad years once upon a time.
Yeah.
They have. They've not been a traditionally winning franchise.
I mean, they started winning now, but I mean, they weren't for.
They went to the Stanley Cup Finals in '97, I think, and lost to Detroit. Got swept, and I think that's probably back when Mellenby was there and guys like that for Florida. So they had some good teams at times early on in their existence, but they've also had some really bad teams as well.
Well, let's not forget that the Lightning also played in the finals in 2015
Sure.
and 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comparing them to the Wizards is pretty unfair. I mean, the Wizards are the team that got Michael Jordan, couldn't even win a playoff game with him. I mean, come on.
Amen. Amen to that. All right. You guys got anything else tonight? Or can I go home?
I don't think so. I think, you guys win some money betting, and I'll win some money day trading.
Tampa's nothing with no okay. All right. We got to go.
Time to go.
I think Stamkos wishes he was in Tampa right now because things aren't going too good for him over there in that.
Amen. All right. Have a great night, folks. We'll see you later.